Good morning and welcome to another Finance Friday. Just touching on a couple of things here this morning that are going to be of significance when it comes to financial markets, specifically looking at mortgage markets. The PCE Inflation Report, so that's the personal consumption expenditure. That's the inflation report that the Fed really likes to look at in terms of how they're waging inflation. So as you can see here, the PCE inflation report actually came in higher, which indicates that we're seeing more spending. That's a great thing for us. That means that people are spending more, which means that they don't feel the sting as much of inflation. That's going to translate a little bit possibly into what we're seeing today in mortgage markets. But in terms of where we are presently, as of right now, which is about 9:13 a.m. on the 30th of August, our mortgage-backed securities is down about 3 basis points. The 10-year Treasury is flat, and the S&P is also flat. So let's look here. This is the S&P 500. You can see that when we're looking at where our high was for the week, we were at 563.46, and our low was 556. So very little movement here this week. When we look at the 10-year Treasury, again, very much the same, very little movement. Our high was 3.87 and our low was right here at this floor of support at 3.8. Very little movement. And in terms of the 10-year, the mortgage-backed securities, very much the same. You can see that there was an opportunity here where we did break through that floor of support, but we actually ended the day over, and then when we opened the following day, we were right in line. We never came even close to that ceiling of resistance. So there's been very little movement in the mortgage market in terms of pricing and rates. So the 10-year Treasury, the S&P, the U.S. mortgage-backed securities, all indicating that we're still seeing things flat. We are seeing better rates today than we did, say, 6 months ago. Real significant movement just isn't happening. Some news reports are saying that we're seeing better rates. Some news reports are showing rates are going up. The reality is they're not moving very much. If you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. I am here to help, here to be your resource for all things finance, and I hope that you have a great weekend.